Okay. Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes. Okay, so why do I look like this? Because I just came back from Diwali celebration. Life update, guys. The whole week I was very stressed doing my assignments, like really stressed. I was here in my room doing my assignments the whole day without moving an inch. Now I don't know about the results, but I did do my best. Okay, so the my last assignment submission was like today, and I was up till 7 a.m. in the morning, and 8 o'clock, I guess. So I submitted my assignment finally, and I got some sleep. And then I had signed up for a Diwali celebration, which was being held in the University of Liverpool. So I was very excited to wear Indian. I was very excited to wear a sari, and yes, I wore it, and you'll see more of it on my Instagram. Like if you want to see my complete look, something like that. There's one more life update. Do you see this? Do you see this? Yeah, you do, I know. Like just I I don't think I did I don't think I updated my phone or something like that, but this happened. Like just day before yesterday. And every time I open my phone, I see a green line now. OnePlus. Yeah, obviously that. I mean, I had seen it coming, but I don't know how did it get updated. Like auto update, maybe I don't know, but this happened, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? But I'm not gonna buy a phone until and unless I start earning, right? So, and I want to show you something. Do you see this? Yeah, kind of. You'll see more of it on Instagram, and that was me. Like I always wanted to take pictures in the photo booth, and I finally did it. I'm happy. Like it feels good, you know, taking a break. Like after doing so much of assignments and being stressed, having a mental breakdown, etc. etc. It felt good dressing up. After dressing up traditionally, yeah, it feels good. Okay, so that was my life update, and today I want to talk about things I wish I knew before studying abroad. Where do I start from? Okay, water. That is too far right now. Wait, let me get that for you. So before studying abroad, I didn't know. I mean, I knew that you'll have to drink tap water, but that's not something we have been doing, right? Like we have filter, RO, etc., etc., and now drinking water, like tap water, sounds very uh, I don't know what to say, but yeah, if you are like that too, this is a water filter, and basically you just pour in the water and it filters the water out for you. You'll have to change the small filter every 4 months once. This is a better idea than drinking tap water. Yeah, so that is something I did for like most of us have it here, like most of us as an international student. So I think you'll also get that here. Obviously you'll have to buy it here. Next would be, I would say buy travel adapters. Very important because you know why the pins are different over here. And I bought like 4 5 things, and like every socket has an adapter in it. It's a good thing. You don't have to keep changing. You know. So yeah, I mean, see, it is a very essential thing, and depends on how much do you want to get. Like if you want to buy it like me, like 4 5, I would say good enough, but two also works. Yeah, like don't overpack stuffs like me. Okay, and then laundry. Laundry. I knew the laundry was paid. Like, you'll have to pay for your laundry to in most of the student accommodations, and it will cost you. I didn't know how much would it cost, but now I would say that it costs you around like £5 to £7 if you live in a student accommodation. But if you have rented a flat out for you and all, then you'll have to just pay the electricity bill because you'll obviously have a washing machine. So yeah, so seven like 5 to 7 pounds would be for like single washer and dryer. So that would be like cost you around £5 to £7, and it depends on where you live. And this is the average cost. Then the main, most important thing is cooking. You should know how to cook. Like you should know how to cook because you cannot keep ordering stuff, even though you have Uber Eats and many others. But you should know cooking before you come here. And talking about like my cooking skills, I didn't even know how to make coffee or tea. That was me. Like that was me before. I mean, this is a very funny story. One like okay, fine. So yeah, one day my dad asked me to make tea for him, and I was like, okay, fine. So it was like just a few months before coming abroad, and did I forget? Wait. Yeah, so he asked me, so, to make tea, and I knew, okay, fine, you'll have to add milk, that, and add tea powder or things like that, and it's done. So I didn't know that, like, if you add 1 spoon of tea powder and you let it boil, and it's gonna get darker, in the span of time. I I didn't know that. And I just saw, okay, well, like, why is it not getting darker or something like that? And I just kept on adding more tea powder. And when it was like, dark enough, I was like, okay, fine, maybe now it's done. And I gave it to him, and he was like, why does it taste like that? I was like, what? I made tea. And then he asked me, like, how much did I put? Like, it was literally like, I feel like it was like not 250 grams, but quarter of 250 grams, something like that. Basically, it was too much. So that was me, like before. And then my mom was like, how will you survive? Like, you don't know how to cook at all. Which was true, I didn't know how to cook at all. But then I started learning. So, again, I used to prepare food when everybody were sleeping. Because, see, I like, working alone, doing things on my own. And, when everybody is sleeping, that's the most peaceful time. And nobody's checking, what are you doing, etc., etc. But yeah, I got the recipes from my mom and um, yeah, my dadi, nani, and all. And yeah, I started cooking then. And so starting near the rotis and all, it was it. Yeah, I didn't obviously either like salt would be too much or the masalas would be too much, things like that. But I learned in the span of time. I learned so, and then when I was cooking, I started enjoying it. Like I liked what I cooked, and I started making things that I would love to eat. So when I started doing that, I feel like I just I learned it in a you know s- like a week time. I would say, not exaggerating. I knew how to make basic food like chapati, and I was more into roti and sabzi. So I learned that first because I always wanted to have that. And I was like growing up, like I was done with rice. Like It was so like, oh my god, every time I have to have rice. I like rice, but if I have to keep on having it, I won't have it. Like once in a day, I want it, but not like, you know, like 3 times a day. No, I cannot. So I learned all those things, and then I knew how to make like tamarind rice, lemon rice, tomato bath, etc., etc. Things like that. I'm a vegetarian, so you'll hear me saying a lot of vegetarian things only. And I think the peak, of cooking would be kadai paneer. Now I cannot compare it to a non-vegetarian dishes because I don't know many, but vegetarian, if you know kadai paneer, that's the last, like veg biryani, kadai paneer, etc., etc. So I started, like I learned, a lot of basic things, and I was like good to go. Now I know how to make food for myself. And over here, I have started cooking what not. Like if you see my Instagram, you'll see me making kadai paneer, carrot halwa, like bangan bharta. Abhi tak I haven't made that, but I've made something of brinjal and all. You'll see me cooking every day. Rajma chawal, rajma, chole, paneer, etc., etc. So, matlab, see, if you know how to cook, you can serve delicious food for yourself. And food is very important. I know for all of us, right? It can make your day. Like imagine you had a long day, and obviously you don't have your family to serve, make food for you. You'll have to make it for yourself. I would say learn cooking and come before coming abroad, because cooking is very important, like very important. So learn cooking and come. Next thing would be, yeah, this one thing I regret a lot. Yeah, the next thing is courier. Only and only if you really need those stuffs, whatever you're getting it couriered, right, from your home. Only if it is very, very important and you cannot get it here, then get it, or else don't. Please don't. I feel like I've wasted a lot of money getting stuffs couriered. And you get everything here. Like you get everything. I thought I would not get all the masalas, etc., etc., and all. But see, if you're coming, if you're planning to study abroad, I would say get stuffs to eat for like 2 weeks of time, so that you figure out ki, what and all do you have near you, right? So then after like 2 weeks of time, you can buy stuffs from here. So just like for keep get packed foods, or any kind of dal, etc., etc., and basic utensils that supports hot plates, right? So because, yeah, you'll have to get utensils that supports hot plates, because you cannot cook with the normal utensils which does not support it, right? And what was it? So don't overpack a lot of food. That's what I did. I bought like dal, etc., etc., for like rice, atta, things like that. For it was like sufficient enough for a month, but that was unnecessary. I just wasted my money. So only if it is, you'll get rice, atta, rajma, chole, all the masalas here. There are a lot of Asian stores. Okay, fine, not a lot, but there are Asian stores where which sells you all the varieties you need. Like you get all the masalas. So the amount of money like you're spending on your courier, spend it here, right? Like, see, do not think ki, okay, India may you get this whatever, for example garam masala for so much of this thing. But see, you're buying garam masala, and then you're getting that couriered. The courier charges will be applied, so you are at loss. So don't get couriered, only if there are very important things that you need to then get things couriered. You get a lot of stuffs here. Like you get everything here. Yeah, that is there. And then coming to electronics. Electronics. Yeah, if you want to get your iron box, you can get it, but you get all most of the electronics here. I think, and yeah, I would say, buy your electronics here, and if you want, you know, iron box or something like that, get it if you want. Because a lot of my friends do have, you know, these iron box from India. So it works fine. Like, yeah, it does work. It does its job. So that can be done, but if you want any other electronics, I would suggest get it here. Yeah. Clothes. Yeah, clothes. I am a kind of person who will be ready to give up food. I would rather choose clothes over food. Like, see, I think a lot if I have to spend it on food, but if I have to spend it on my clothes, I would say I would think half of it. Okay, so that is me. So, yeah, but see, I'll tell you the ideal suggestion or advice what people had given me. Get one jacket from India, like one good jacket, which will help you, and if like sustain the cold and all. And if you're coming for like September intake, then I would say get one jacket and buy your other jackets here. But see, yeah, I did listen to that, and I bought two. Fine, no, it's good enough. I didn't buy more or bring more. So, and it works like totally fine. And that was a good, worth investing in. So I would say you can buy jackets here. Just get one good winter coat and get umbrellas and shoes. There are a lot of people who like shoes and all. Yeah, if you're getting that, like make sure you at least have a few waterproof shoes so that the water doesn't get inside, because it keeps raining, like, yeah, it does. So you can buy shoes here too, but if you are getting a lot of things, make sure you get one. And what else? Ethnic. You see me, I'm wearing ethnic. Yeah. Okay, see, I love dressing ethnic. Like, whatever it is, I love dressing ethnic. But see, now I'm in a very different country. That makes it more interesting and more nice. So I would say if you like dressing up for festivals, events, or any festive celebrations like the one I attended right now, Diwali. I know it's too late to celebrate Diwali, but it's never late to celebrate a festival. Wow. Okay. So if you like dressing up too, I would say get like ethnic wears according to whatever festivals you celebrate and you would love to celebrate, because a lot of events and celebrations keep happening, that might be even hosted by your university, like this one. It was hosted by the one of the societies in the universities. So obviously you will find events happening, but yeah, get at least sufficient, or how much ever you want. Again, ethnic dress is very important. And yeah, who doesn't love wearing traditionals? Okay. What next? Okay. Okay. So there was a lot of questions I personally had before, coming abroad, obviously. What are some things, the accommodation will be providing? Like, so here they don't provide pillows, and like most of the accommodations do not provide pillows or things like that, and you'll have to buy a duvet and duvet cover. so you'll have to buy that too. And yeah, so and most of the accommodations do provide a bed. I was so confused, do they even provide the bed? But they, yeah, they do provide it, but I've heard like a few of them or something. I've never seen, but a few of them do not provide that too. But yeah, so most of them do provide it. So we were very confused ki what to buy or what not to buy. What should I take from India? I cannot take all these from India. Like there are like compressed pillows that you can carry, but I didn't have space in my bag, so I didn't. I would say it would be better if you buy it here. That's what I did. And if you are very particular about your pillows, keep this is what I want, that is left to you. But yeah, these are some things they do provide. And most of the accommodations, uh, like they provide vacuum cleaners and the cleaning mops, etc., etc. Like my accommodation, there's a vacuum cleaner and mops provided. Provided, yeah, provided per flat. But most of the accommodations, you'll have to collect it in the reception, things like that. So that is there, and laundry is paid. So this is what. And if you're choosing an accommodation, I would say that choose it. It would be better if it's near your university. Like it is commutable. You can reach your university fast and leave late, but still reach your lecture on time. But if you live far, you'll have to walk a lot. Yeah, good that I don't live so far. At least, yeah, that is something I'm happy about. Also, next, commute. So buses are cheaper than trains, and what is more cheaper is walking. You'll have to walk a lot, like walk a lot. And if you're someone who hates walking, I would say adat lagwa lo. You'll have to walk a lot. And the day I came here, I didn't have a international SIM or something like that, and I didn't know what was where, and I still can't believe I took cab to each and every other place I went because I didn't know how far was it or etc etc. It was definitely far, but the places I took cab, I walk there. Like now, though obviously I walk everywhere, and now it feels like did I take a cab to like just reach here? I mean, it's all 40-minute walk or 30-minute walk, things like that. But now I'm used to it. But initially I wasn't. So yeah, you have no option but walk. And there are a lot of restaurants which provides student discounts. So make use of your student ID, things like that, to get a lot of discounts. And the last thing I would say is I would talk about homesickness. See, initial months are gonna be like, oh my god, I belong here, kind of things like that, and you will have a lot of time to explore the city, have new friends, make new friends. You'll see yourself hanging out with them most of the day, like all the days in the week, because that's what you have nothing to do, like at least at that moment, because everything is so new and you're exploring what is there and all. And probably you'll also be thinking what is working or what is not working. But after a few months, and some might feel homesickness the day they land or things like that. Depends on you particularly. But for me, I would say I was quite occupied, and that's why I did not feel homesick. But I would also suggest the same, that if you are coming to study abroad, or planning to study abroad, obviously homesickness will hit you, because at least, if you studied in a hostel in India, at the end of the day you would be like, I can just go back home. But now that wouldn't be an option. Like, that would be the option, but that would be the last option, right? So I would say keep yourself occupied, like keep yourself busy. And I would say, rather than seeing in that perspective that you miss your family, friends, etc., etc., I would say this is the time to just explore what you like, what you don't like, because that's what I did. Like, I did things what I did, I never thought I would do. And there are a lot of things you get to know about yourself more, and you get to know here, oh, this is what I like and this is not what I like, things like that. And most of my teenage was about trying to fit in in a particular group, or I just wanted to fit in somewhere. Oh my god, this is my friend group, that is something like that, etc., etc. But you know that's something I shouldn't have done, because that made me feel so exhausted trying to fit in a place which is not meant for you. Because there is no point in doing that, because that is not you. You're trying to be someone which is not you. So I would say, I know I'm just like 21 now. And after my, teenage years or things like that, I started, I learned how to say no, prioritize yourself. And like, everybody has their priorities, and there's no point in, doing something you don't want to do. If you don't feel like you belong in a particular group or environment, I would say don't be there, right? Because a negative environment affects me a lot. Like, personally, I cannot stay in a negative environment, and it feels like I'll have to just stop being me. Then what is the point in even being in that environment where you cannot be yourself, right? I'm talking only in the perspective of friendships or any types of relationships and trying to make things like that. So I would say choose people wisely. I mean, that's what your parents do say, and you never know until and unless you experience things. But I would say don't try to fit in somewhere where that makes you clearly feel that you do not belong there. That's what I've started doing, guys. And yeah, that's something you should do too. So yeah, that was it for today. And do let me know if you have any questions, and if there are some things that you want me to talk about, or things like that. And I am really very happy seeing your support on my first YouTube video. Thank you so much. And yeah, welcome to my family. And do like, comment, share, and subscribe, I would say. Oh my god. Yeah. So see you soon, and do let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll try answering them or make a video on it if it's something a very interesting question. And there are no small or big questions or silly questions. Or probably that is what most of our teachers say, but they're right. If you have any questions, ask. If you have anything, ask. Because nobody can read your mind, right? So, yeah, till then, bye and take care. Bye.